The tragedy of Yu Menglong has turned fans worldwide into witnesses of his extraordinary supernatural influence. The screams from the spirit realm, passing judgment on these dark forces, have ignited a fire within truth-seeking netizens, bolstering their resolve to stand their ground until the break of dawn. In this year of 2026, as official government reports fail to silence the growing doubt, and as the truth is stifled by the iron fist of the elite, we are left with no choice but to turn to the metaphysical, relying on messages from the spirit world to demand justice for Yu Menglong. Recently, he appeared once again in a vision to Tyler Williams, and the message conveyed this time is a total bombshell. It candidly exposes the darkest underbelly of the entertainment industry, from high-risk, deviant parties to the scandals hidden behind luxury hotel suites. It is, for all intents and purposes, a death sentence for those responsible. Hi Tracers, Sean here, welcome back. Today we're breaking down the latest message from Tyler Williams, which explicitly deconstructs the day of reckoning for the Chinese entertainment industry. From Yu Menglong's spiritual confession regarding the darkest secrets of the elite, to the prophecy of power collapsing in the year of the red horse, the veil is finally being lifted. Let's dive in. Because you never know how deep this hole goes. Not long ago, Ty Williams saw the spirit of Yu Menglong once again. From what she described, Yu Menglong's soul appeared very powerful and full of happiness. Ty Williams remarked, "Today I saw Yu Menglong looking very happy. He kept smiling broadly. I just don't know for sure what made him so happy." In this spiritual session, Yu Menglong, through Ty, delivered a very clear message that 2026 will be the day of reckoning. She also revealed that there is currently a lot of turmoil happening in China, including plans for the leak of secret recordings involving the entertainment industry and high-ranking political figures. The fate of every perpetrator involved in his death, along with the dark forces that have been hiding behind the scenes of the entertainment industry. Yu Menglong stated that all of this will soon come to light and become the center of public attention. Shocking information regarding a secret group pulling the strings is about to explode onto the surface. This isn't just some bad crowd in showbiz. We're talking about a clandestine organization that controls the entire system. Matters that have been kept under lock and key for years are about to be blown wide open. Along with these revelations, several strange disturbances occurred. Just after she began to explain how political elites keep these secret recordings, the broadcast was mysteriously cut off. This interference happened exactly at the 30-minute and 32-second mark, a very suspicious occurrence that immediately triggered a massive reaction from netizens in the comments. I don't care to know the specific technical details, but one thing is certain. That broadcast was cut off in a way that was anything but natural. After the connection was restored, unfortunately, Ty Williams was no longer able to continue. So, what will happen to the people involved in the Yu Menglong tragedy throughout 2026 and 2027? Ty Williams saw that internal conflicts, toxic family relationships, and various dark household secrets will be fully exposed to the public. This includes the family scandals of the ruling elites being brought to light. She sensed that something would happen to the perpetrator's family. They will face a very dangerous situation. For those of you who have been closely following the Yu Menglong case, the rumors surrounding that mysterious flash drive are likely nothing new. If we look back at the audio recordings that were previously leaked, you could say this is like hunting them down to their lair at the edge of the ocean, only to strike them right at the heart of their power. The voices heard on those tapes are truly sinister, vile, and utterly ruthless. This is a dark audio file, uncovered by netizens in their relentless pursuit of the truth. Netizens are convinced that this recording captures the moment Fan Shiki was at the scene of the torture. He supposedly gave the order to cut open Yu Menglong's body to retrieve the flash drive he had swallowed. As for the whereabouts of that drive, it remains a massive mystery to this day. However, in her spiritual session, Yu Menglong revealed a specific message to Tai William. Regarding the flash drive we've discussed before, it turns out Yu Menglong hid it in a place known to no one. It is being guarded by someone, an ordinary person, not a public figure, and someone the perpetrators don't even know exists. Yu Menglong says that the leak of the information stored on that drive will happen much sooner than anyone expects, or perhaps it will be exposed to the world in an unforeseen way. According to Tai William, the perpetrators even went as far as consulting sorcerers and fortune tellers to track down the keeper of the drive, but they came up empty-handed. Yu Menglong then guided Tai William to look back at the apartment he once lived in during his lifetime. Tai William senses that someone has been feeding tips to journalists but is intentionally bypassing the police. This is because the public in China currently tends to trust journalists more than law enforcement. These journalists have likely gathered a wealth of evidence and are beginning to piece the puzzle together. She feels that they are working tirelessly to collect even more proof, simply waiting for the perfect moment to expose everything to the world. It's as if this move is their way of seeking redemption, a way to atone for the guilt of not being able to save Yu Menglong in time. At the 29-minute and 18-second mark of her live stream, Tai William exposed a deeply disturbing and horrific side of the entertainment industry. Yu Menglong leaked a chilling piece of information to her, that for a long time an incredibly dark and sinful underground scene has been operating within the entertainment world. These activities are hidden behind the glamour of five-star hotel suites. The parties held there aren't just for socializing or networking, they are dangerous traps involving drug abuse and extreme acts of violence. At this point, of course, I need to clarify for everyone that all descriptions regarding these underground parties, video evidence, and the behaviors involved come entirely from Tai Williams' live stream. As for the truth of these claims, I'll leave that to you to decide for yourselves. During the session, Yu Menglong shared that before his final breath, there were parties who practiced sexual magic on him. They used these rituals in hopes of protecting themselves while controlling others. But now, it has backfired. They are being hit by the rebound of the very black magic they unleashed. Tai William stated, Yu Menglong told her that this sexual magic is very much real. To those malicious observers, everything is viewed as energy that can be manipulated. These vile perpetrators firmly believe that through such acts of sexual violence, they can seize and plunder the energy belonging to others. They even went as far as preying on minors, believing that the purity of children is the key to their rituals. It's safe to say that these magical practices are at the most barbaric level of evil. Yu Menglong also revealed further details. He told Tai William that prior to his death, dark forces had targeted him with C-Ent black magic spells. When the sorcerers chanted those curses, they had only one goal in mind: to take his life. This wasn't just physical violence, tracers. This was a systematic attempt to destroy a soul down to its very roots. They thought that by harvesting energy from someone as pure as Yu Menglong, they could become immortal. But they forgot one thing. Pure energy, when violated, turns into a curse that will eventually consume its master. However, Yu Menglong didn't just pass away. Instead, he was used as a sacrifice offered up as a literal source of energy. As we all know, after Yu Menglong was blacklisted from the entertainment industry, he spent 3 years as a volunteer teacher in Yunnan. In a dilapidated classroom, he dedicated himself to teaching children how to read and write. Despite his own financial struggles, he remained steadfast in his social work, consistently donating a portion of his money to charitable foundations every single month. Even up until his final breath, those automatic donation deductions were still running. This is exactly why Yu Menglong left such a deep mark on people's hearts and is so profoundly missed. Recently, the public has begun to realize that upon his return, his demeanor had shifted drastically. His aura had become far more withdrawn, and his physical appearance was alarmingly frail. This sparked widespread speculation. What exactly did he endure during those years? Based on a collection of leaked information and spiritual communications, There is a strong suspicion that Yu Menglong suffered a massive psychological trauma during his time in Yunnan. A post on Xiaohongshu exposed the existence of dog-human bases in the region, places where children are treated like puppies and subjected to inhumane acts. These atrocities are recorded, and the footage is then trafficked through the dark web. Some netizens speculate that Yu Menglong might have been forced to witness these barbaric acts firsthand. There is also a high probability that the children he taught with such love began disappearing one by one mysteriously. Meanwhile, American medium Candace Starr re-established contact with the late Yu Menglong via a spirit box during her live stream. On this occasion, she revisited the tragic fate of the children during his service in Yunnan. Yu Menglong emphasized that he must ensure these children can finally rest in peace in the afterlife. In her spiritual session, medium Bella revealed, Yu Menglong stopped eating because they were brutally torturing and slaughtering those children in Yunnan. They even tried to force-feed Yu Menglong human flesh, but he fiercely refused. Yu Menglong warned Tai William that now, more than ever, we must protect children and infants from this demonic cabal. From the spirit realm, Yu Menglong showed Tai how these monsters lock babies in cages or crates to be smuggled, eventually using them as sacrifices in sinister dark rituals. They abuse these children, then mutilate their bodies and consume their internal organs. Yu Menglong confessed to Tai that he was once forced to witness this horror in its entirety, an experience that shattered his mental state to its core. The perpetrators, it turns out, are part of a secretive circle that keeps their darkest orientations strictly hidden from the public. Yu Menglong's message was clear. You will be shocked to learn that there is a clandestine cult out there. They commit heinous acts against one another, even stooping to vile and disgusting crimes against the most innocent souls. As more dark secrets emerge, these scandals, which transcend all logic, will leave people so disgusted that they will finally turn their backs on the corruption of the entertainment world. He added that in the future, the public's perception of actors and celebrities will change completely. People will be stunned to realize that a large portion of these stars are in fact nothing more than PDFs, and in the end, they will all face their reckoning. Of course, before that retribution arrives, they remain so arrogant they feel untouchable. With power and wealth at their disposal, they feel immune, oblivious to the fact that, at their core, they are nothing more than demons in human form. Tai William then asked, if this truth eventually explodes to the surface, how will society handle such a bitter reality? Many celebrities lead double lives. The persona they project in the real world and online often has two completely different faces. Much like the politicians we see on screen, they polish their image to look clean, complete with a wife and a seemingly perfect family. Yet behind the scenes, they hide mistresses and even secret children. They attempt to flee or cover their tracks as if nothing ever happened, continuing their lives feeling empty and dazed every day. Tai William explained that Yu Menglong is essentially telling us the reason behind the silence of these Chinese stars. Why do they seem trapped, unable to speak out? It's because every single one of them is under threat and under total control. To survive or avoid a death sentence, they are forced to play their assigned roles. They must wear masks and maintain a curated persona, acting as if everything is fine. In the Chinese entertainment industry, stars share the same survival instinct. If you dare to defy the authorities or the corporate giants, you will lose everything. And if you attempt to run, there is a very high chance you will be erased from public view entirely. Yu Menglong warned Tai William against becoming obsessed with the pursuit of wealth and fame. She said that if it is your destiny, then wealth and status will find you on their own. Because once you truly understand the reality behind fame and how the system actually operates, you wouldn't want to be famous at all. The public has likely heard the tragic stories of child stars who achieved stardom. Indeed, a big name has an incredible allure. When you're popular, everyone knows your name and looks up to you. But many fail to realize the staggering price that must be paid. Within those elite circles, disgusting PDF predators are lurking. If you want to be a star, you are forced to deal with these sick individuals and coerced into selling your soul just for a name. The harsh reality of this industry is that you must be willing to sell yourself to achieve the fame and status you hold now. Rumors of these predatory practices in the entertainment world continue to swirl, often even embedded as hidden messages within various films and television shows. Recently, a short drama in China sparked massive controversy. The production cast Lu Xingchen, who is only 11 years old, to play a substitute bride alongside a 28-year-old male actor, Jin Wang. Because the lead was a minor and the storyline was deemed repulsive and crossed all boundaries, the drama was met with fierce backlash from netizens until it was officially pulled from circulation. Regarding the collapse of power within the Chinese Communist leadership, Tai William has touched upon this multiple times. In her recent broadcast, she revealed that, right now, something massive is happening in China. The most powerful families there are about to fall. One of the ruling clans is reportedly losing its grip, and their downfall is said to be closely linked to the death of Yu Menglong. Many suspect this refers to the Shi clan. In her live stream, Tai William also shared a dream. In that dream, her cousin told her that this year, 2026, is the year of the red horse, Chima. After waking up, Tai William kept reflecting on what the red horse actually signifies. Is it a sign of a plague? Or perhaps war? Regardless, she senses that everything is shifting. The entire system is undergoing a massive transformation. In other words, something brand new is on the horizon. She reminds us all why, throughout 2026 and 2027, every person must do what is right. If not, you must be prepared to face the consequences. She mentioned that in this year of the red horse, over the next 2 years, we must maintain good intentions and virtue in our hearts to survive the impending disasters. The tragedy of Yu Menglong is a reminder that fame often demands an unthinkable price. On the brink of this great shift in 2026, only virtue can save us from the systemic collapse that lies ahead. 2026 is not just a number. It is the finish line for those who think they are above the law, and the starting line for those of us who remain loyal to the light. Stay vigilant, because the great storm of the year of the red horse has only just begun. I'm Sean. Keep searching for the truth. And if you are still watching this, maybe you're looking for the same thing I am.